Is happening? Welcome back to another video on Stump Station. If you're brand new, do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to smash that like button. I know I'm on a plane, all this free space, loving life. So today on the channel, we're going to be speaking about my journey from 16 years old failure to a six-figure salary. And it may have took me some time, but the goal this year is to make it to seven figures, and I believe I can do it. So if you want to follow the journey, don't forget to subscribe and find that out. But today, I'm super excited to talk to you. This is going to be my talking area right now, and hopefully it's all good. My hair, I need to change that. In this video, I'm going to speak about the three, I believe, the most important things to go from a failure, a fuck up, to a success. And your term of success is going to be different. Or if you think I've done great, great. If you think you want to do better, these are three things that I think are going to be the most important. So stay listening in, and if you found it useful, comment down below which one you found the most useful. What I think is crazy is that we get so much pressure at the age of 16 to do well. And everyone tells us if we fail, if we fuck up, that's it, your life is done. I literally failed school. Anyone knows the education system, I got 3 good grades, and they were not even that good. Like the bare minimum passes, 3 passes at 16 years old. Then afterwards, I had to resit a year. Then after that, I got into one of the best universities. And then after that, made it to Saudi Arabia, got a job. And the thing is, people think that you must be doing so well, whatever. Some people may think you're not doing that great. Opinions do not matter. And this is one of the things where I want you to realize in the video is that the more you compare yourself, the more you think about other people, and the more that you try and think what everyone else is doing is the right thing and what you're doing is wrong, and the more you fucking compare, the worse you're going to be. Like, look, I'm on the middle of a plane creating a YouTube video, creating a vlog, or whatever you want to call it right now to help you out. And the thing is, so many people need to remember, the more you compare and the more you look at other people's lives and the more you look at what you think you can do because of other people, the more a failure you're going to be. I thought my friends that didn't revise, my friends that didn't work hard, I could do the same shit and get the same grades. No, I'm someone that has to work for it. I wasn't as naturally smart, so as a result, I failed at 16. And what you need to do if you're someone that goes from being a failure to wanting 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever it may be, you need to change the way you think. You need to start learning, you need to start growing, and you start looking at your life in a different way. And it took me a lot longer to realize. That's why I'm making this video, so then people at a younger age can learn it quicker to change. Also, you can fail at any age, from 16, 18, 25, 30. Some of the most successful people didn't achieve great things until later on in life. J.K. Rowling, I believe she was in her 30s when she made the first Harry Potter book. I believe Oprah Winfrey didn't make it into her 40s or 50s. It does take time, and your journey is going to be different to everyone else's. And that is actually tip number 1. So just because I've made this about younger people, for 16, 17, 18-year-olds, does not mean that if you fuck up and you mess up at the age of 30, 40, or 50, your life is over, because it's not. You can just flip and just go again. So remember that. And that's the number 1 thing. You can change at any moment. You can fail at any moment. You can restart at any moment. So remember, just because the way you think, the way you feel, and what you've done is happening right now, you can change it at a flip of a switch whenever you're ready. The second thing holding you back, which everyone is happening to, this is literally everyone. This is happening to you right now. This is happening to when you start doing well. This is happening to everyone in their lives when they feel like they're doing great, when they're doing bad, whatever. It's comparison. You are comparing yourself at all times. You generally think that you're doing good, you're doing bad, and it's because you compare your success and your progress to someone else. You compare where you want to be to someone else. And the moment you stop comparing and stop thinking, I should be there, I should be doing that, and the moment you start looking at your life in a different way and being like, do you know what? I'm going to be inspired, I'm going to be motivated, I'm going to use this to change, that's going to allow you to actually be better. So the reason why I failed school is because I was comparing my grades to others. I was comparing my work ethic to others and saying, oh, they don't work hard and they're naturally smart, so I can just do that shit. So I don't need to do anything. And I failed. They actually did well because they were naturally smart, but they fucked up later on. Anyway, the point is that when you start comparing what you're doing to other people's, when you start comparing what your life is like to other people's, that's when you're always going to fail. Comparison and indecisiveness is the key to failure. And I learned that so much recently. And just because you're doing it right now doesn't mean it can't change. So what I want you to do is, instead of comparing your life to other people, instead of comparing what other people have to you, I want you to look at what you're doing right now and say to yourself, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What can I change? And what is other people doing that I can add into my life that's going to inspire me to push hard to be better? Because that is the key over, oh, they're doing this, so I need to do this. No. Stop what I like to see is stop comparing everyone else's highlights reel on social media to your shit state situation, because your highlights is going to be better than their shit state. So halas, even your best and their best, stop comparing it, and this is going to be the key to actually making a difference for you. Number 3 on this list, and this took me a very long time to realize because obviously I failed school, that is learn how you learn. And learn the topics you generally enjoy, but learn how to learn them in a different way. So I didn't really like reading books because I wasn't taught how to read books properly. Like, you know, you'd read a book and then you'd be like, this is pretty boring, I don't like it. Rather than, okay, let's read something, take some notes, underline it. You could build a picture in your head with imagination. You could bring it down and condense it. These different techniques can be different for everyone. So when I was young, when I was 16, 17, 18, I fucking hated reading. I didn't read a full book until I was 22. Then after that, I went for a stage where I read a book a week for 11 months. And then I broke it down because I was like, look, I've read it so much, I want to apply it now. So first of all, learn how you learn and learn about things that are going to make you better and learn a skill to do it. So first of all, find books you find interesting and learn how you can keep that information in. And that's going to be through trial and error. I found this one to be one of the most important as well. That is people. Surround yourself with people that want the same shit as you. Because when I got into fitness, when I got into CrossFit, I started hanging around with different people. I would go to the gym a lot more. I would train twice a day. I would push towards my goals. And when I generally wanted to attack the gym in a certain way, being around those people made me work out when I didn't want to. Maybe work out twice. Maybe compete more. And the thing is, when you're surrounded with people that want to go out drinking, want to go partying, this is your only way to socialize. And as people, we naturally want to feel a part of something. We naturally want to connect. We naturally want to have friends. So as a result, you end up getting drawn into that. So ask yourself, what type of people do you want to have in your life? And where can you find them? And it's going to be different from person to person. It may mean going out of your way. It may mean going to events. It may mean trying to be more sociable in certain ways to find the people, even though you don't want to. And going to parties, whatever it may be, social gatherings to meet these people. So ask yourself, what type of people do you want to be around? What do you want to learn from these people? How do you want your routine to be? And how would you need to go and meet them to make sure you're doing that shit in your life? And it's going to change throughout your life. When I went from wanting to compete in CrossFit, and I still do at the highest level, to wanting to expand my own business, to social media, you have different people for different things that are going to push you in different ways. So you need to find the right people for that. So if you hang around with people that don't really give a shit, even though they're your friends, try and find other people. You don't need to cut them out. They can just be your friends for the fun times in your life. So you don't need to cut anyone out. You just need to find the right people for the right times. And number 5, and I think this is going to be the most important for anyone, change the way you think. Ask yourself, you have limiting beliefs. Ask yourself what you believe to be possible for you right now to get paid in one hit. That might be $1,000, might be 10,000, might be 1 million, might be 10 million, whatever the fuck it may be, 100,000. Ask yourself, if someone gave you that money, that's a lot of money for you. And be like, how can I now get a client or work in a way where 6 figures is possible for me? 7 figures, 5 figures, whatever it may be, the number. Pick a number in your head and say, if I got that money, it would be a lot of money for me. And then say, now, how can I get that within 2 months instead of 1 year? And you're like, oh, 6 figures in a year is a lot. How can I get that within 1 month? And what is limiting me to getting that in 1 month? Is it my knowledge? Is it my skill set? Is it being around the right people that are going to push that? Because when I started writing down being like, oh, 6 figures is a lot of money. And then when I got it, I was like, oh, it's a lot of money. I was like, okay, now how can I do that in 3 months? How can I do that in that time? And then you go even beyond that. Let's try and sell something which I can then sell so much higher than what I thought was possible because you're adding so much value more. And it changes the way you think when you start trying to sell something or do something in a way that's going to have more money. Hopefully that makes more sense. That was a lot of waffling. Let me reset. So that being said, what I want you to think about is the way you learn. Continue educating yourself and find out the way you learn. Next, surround yourself with people that make a massive difference. And the last thing, think about money as a concept that can always be changing. Because if someone can sell something for $1 billion, what don't you know that can allow you to sell something for $1 billion? Like, and that sounds crazy. I can't sell something for $1 billion, but what can I do for my next step and what's going to get in my way to get to that next step? That's what you need to think about. So, and I'm constantly learning, I'm constantly growing, and my goal is to get to 7 figures by the end of, if not this year, next year for sure. And it's just expand the way you think and learning new things to make sure you can do that. Hopefully this helped. Hopefully this is a mindset change for anyone out there that is failing and anyone out there that needs to realize that where you are and where you're going can completely change. And I want you to just know one thing before I end the video. You don't need to sacrifice your whole life. I have been committed to training 3 to 4 hours a day to be the best at CrossFit, as well as trying to make more money, as well as trying to expand social media. And you can do everything, but you need to have times for it, be strict, and sacrifice everything else as a result. My social life is non-existent outside of it. Sometimes you do the same. So ask yourself, what are you willing to sacrifice to make sure you get that thing? If you're new, subscribe, like, and I love this video. And hopefully it's not too loud with the noises, but hope you enjoyed it as well. And I'll see you guys on Instagram and TikTok, and make sure you subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video to change your mindset. Peace.